Okay, let's try this one more time. How we all doing? Everything working? Everything working out? Okay, it seems like we are. Fantastic. So, for anybody who is wondering what we're talking about, a couple of days ago, a bunch of very popular douchebags posted a video entitled "We Rank the First Episodes of Every Year's Most Popular Anime." And as some of you can probably see, it did not go over well. So, I have created my own tier list with as many of the entries as I could find from somebody named Rev Says Desu's video of it. I will link it to here. I will link it to you in the chat in just a moment because I forgot to prepare that. I am doing this very last minute as I was not prepared at all. So please forgive me on that for that. So he covered a little bit of some of them we will be talking about here. They talk about Solo Leveling, Angel Beats, Astro Boy, Berserk, Fairy Tail, all the classics that you would expect. So, I suppose we could just wait a couple of minutes to let people filter in a little bit, so I'm not just talking to myself. Let's see. What else can we talk about until then? Well, I have a new job, actually. I'm very excited about it. It may or may not be paying incredibly well, and what can I say? Who knows? Who cares? It looks like we've got a couple people in, so who wants to start? I know I do. I don't like silence. So let's watch these douchebags and their just awful, awful opinions. Oh, actually, there's the video right there. Yeah, that's the video discussing it. Rev's a good guy. He's a pretty cool guy.
Today we're going through 100 years of anime history,
ranking the most popular anime from each year to decide once and for all
the best anime of the century, meaning
I hate you. I hate myself for watching this. Jesus Christ, that intro is so much worse than Rev said it was. Oh fuck me. Oh fuck me. Okay, let's go over this. Okay.
Cade!
Me and Jeremy.
Hey yo, it's Team Ethan Gianni, bro.
What's up,
We
man?
always go crazy!
You are the most basic, stereotypical douchebags I have met since high school.
That's a little too crazy.
Yeah, okay.
We're starting with this.
Well, at least I know it.
YouTube and it's 35 seconds long.
Whoa! That fight scene was cracked.
It was 30 seconds. It was about some sushi chef with like octopus arms. That anime is F tier.
Okay. Instant History, was it? I don't remember which. Oh, yes, this one was probably it. This will go in the I'm sorry I haven't watched it tier. I know, big surprise, I haven't seen every anime in history, so we have a very special exclusive tier just for that. I haven't watched a lot of these earlier ones, I apologize, but I have seen my fair share of anime, and I guarantee you I've seen more than this guy ever has. So, let's continue. Otogi Manga Calendar.
This first one is Otogi Manga Calendar.
There's honestly not too much going on here that grabs my attention besides some little tune playing in the background, and a still frame of some character looking at a painting. It's not looking good so far for me.
Otogi Manga Calendar, which one was that again on this list? Okay, I'll find it later.
Anime. This is going directly into the F tier category.
E are gonna be.
Again, I haven't seen it. I know, big surprise, I haven't seen that one either. And I also don't know which one of these is Otogi manga calendar. I mean, I recognize most of these. I just don't recognize one of these as that black and white. Is that black and white one?
Watching our very first one is called Tetsuwan Atom. So Tetsuwan Atom, let's go. It's on YouTube.
Yo.
Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, my bad.
I don't think they understand this. This is gonna be good. This is
Hey
gonna
guys,
be
that
good.
was Astro Boy.
Oh,
that was Astro
come
Boy.
on,
my
bro.
bad.
Oh,
Okay.
you pressed the wrong one.
Why is it Astro?
Why is
Oh,
Tetsuwan Atom is Astro Boy?
Okay, like I'm trying to take.
I knew that was Astro Boy. Even I know that meant Astro Boy.
Seriously, but look at this Looney Tunes ass fall. He's abandoning his son, and then it's literally just like, it's like, come on. So Astro Boy from 19.
You come on. It's a classic. Have you guys never seen the original Mickey Mouse cartoons? They're great.
1963.
I give it an absolute bottom of the barrel F tier.
F tier.
Okay. So I will admit I have not seen that original animation of Astro Boy, but I did grow up watching some of it, just not that one in particular. And I would at the very least put it in B tier, if not low A tier. It is a very, very good series, and it was a great movie, in my opinion. I would never dare put that in F tier, and it only gets worse from here. Fuck you guys. You tasteless assholes.
Bottom of F tier.
Big X.
Oh, I should have there's an old College Humor clip of, I should have prepared that. Just as a guy screaming, "You're a tasteless asshole" at Nicolas Cage. It was hilarious. I should have prepared that as this, like, soundboard for me to say during this. I would have clicked it every 5 seconds.
Man, big dookie, bro.
Big Stinky, bro.
Like, bro, you're telling me people used to watch this?
I'm actually upset that I watched it.
But it was just beyond bad. Like, this anime shouldn't have been made, bro.
Again, I don't know it, but I would never dare say that unless I actually knew what the hell I was watching. If I recall correctly, this is Big X, and I'm going to put it, I'm sorry I haven't watched it. I bet I upset some people with that. Hello, Best Shahid. Thank you very much for coming in. I hope you enjoy your stay. We are watching some tasteless assholes, as that guy screaming at Nicolas Cage said.
Alright, this next anime we're watching is from Jungle Taiti Kimba the White Lion.
It starts off with a looks-maxing white lion that rules a jungle, and immediately falls into a trap trying to save his wife and future kid, and then dies. Now after this, the lion's wife gives birth by the help of some rat doctors on a cruise ship, and gives birth to a white lion that suspiciously looks like a rat.
Yeah, well, we're going D tier for that one.
Alright guys, we're on the year 1966. Our anime is Osomatsu-kun. When is it gonna get in color? I'm being serious.
We sat down and actually paid attention while watching this.
Oh my gosh. I think Jeremy died. Now, I know for some reason a guy was dressed up as a dog. Why?
Okay, so, Jungle Taite. I didn't prepare that one. And, yeah, no, I didn't prepare that one. I would put in, I'm sorry I haven't watched it. Osomatsu-kun is what we're talking about now. I haven't prepared that one either. No, okay, I can't add that. Okay. Let's just continue on like normal.
Why is the dog talking? Why is the dog is talking? What? The dog is a dude! What the hell? Osomatsu-kun. Jeremy, what are we giving it?
Below Astro Boy, bottom of the bottom.
Bottom of the bottom of the bottom of F tier.
Speed
I
Racer?
haven't seen it either. Fuck you guys for saying that. I can guarantee that already.
No! It's colored! Guys, it's colored!
Honestly, a big upgrade from Big X, bro. Big X, that's still traumatizing me to this day.
On the S tier list, I wouldn't even give it F tier because at least it's bearable. I'll give it D.
So the first one in color is the first one he put above D tier. Also, Speed Racer is a fucking classic. Even I know that. I haven't seen it either, but I would at least put Speed Racer again. It's one I hadn't prepared, and Seems like adding to this is going to be harder than I thought. I thought I could just drag and drop images. Of course I can't. But at very least put it in B or A tier. Probably A tier, from what I have seen of it. You guys are idiots.
So now it is time for me and Ethan to watch Cyborg 009. Alright, so Ethan and I just got done watching it, and it was good. It was black and white. High D.
I'll do like D+, bro. Like,
Alright, we'll put it high D too.
Alright, guys, we're watching Dodo.
I haven't seen Cyborg either. I think I prepared that one in here. Yep, here it is, Cyborg 009. I have not seen it. Big surprise.
Dodo, whatever the hell it's called, just off starting with some great rain animation.
This one was okay. This one wasn't bad. It had promise.
It did have promise.
Watching it, you could definitely see where a lot of modern anime things come from. For what it was,
So much better than the
so
past
much
two
better. I think it gets like a high C to low B.
I agree.
So you see potential in it, but you still rank it. Here's S, here's A, here's B, here's C, which is only 2 steps up from F compared to where the good stuff is up here. So you still rate it bad, but you saw potential in it. The only time I would ever rate something as bad, but I saw potential, is if I finished the fucking thing. This is first impressions. You absolute idiots. Also, no, I was not aware that Dororo would be on here. I would put it in, I'm sorry I haven't watched it. But it's a whole... But still, like, what the fuck is... I can't even comment on them being douchebags anymore. We're not even 3.5 minutes in, and I'm already desensitized to their nonsense.
High C.
Why are you so excited?
Next anime we're watching
Can you at least sit the fuck up?
is Ashito no Joe. This is
Ashita no Joe. I believe I did prepare that one. I can't remember. Oh wait, was this Ashita no Joe? Damn it, they're all cropped. Okay.
one of the best sports mangas ever. So the first episode better be freaking good. I'm not even joking. I say this is a C tier anime. The other first episodes didn't have the substance, bro. This one had like the hook. It was still.
This one had substance. You were told this is one of the greatest anime ever made. You admit it has substance. It has something to do with it. So what do you rank it? C tier. You still call it fucking bad. Great. Good for you. Good for you, you absolute tools. Good for fucking you. Ashita no Joe. Anybody here recognize any of these as Ashita no Joe? Because I know it's one of the ones I had prepared for. No. Okay. I think this is Ashita no Joe? Yeah, I think this is Ashita no Joe. I have not seen it. Big surprise.
It was still kind of boring, but it was not bad.
Next anime we're watching is Lupin the Third.
If it wasn't bad, why was it in the bad tier? Look, we got amazing, or we got super, amazing, good, not good, bad, unwatchable. C tier is bad.
Yeah, we recognize this character, and we're giving
Lupin
this
the
anime a
Third
little
is
bit more
one of the
respect,
ones
so
I've
we're
heard
only
about.
going to put it at 1.5 times speed.
Lupin's girlfriend.
Right. These people watch it at 1.5 times speed. I remember being upset about it. This one is Lupin the Third. I have not seen it. But if you have to watch something, Jesus Christ, dude, you guys are fat as fuck. And your room is hideous. And why is there a random ladder? I'm just noticing that fucking ladder. And get off your phones. And also, what else can I bitch about here? Because I'm offended at all of you. I bet you don't even know what that says and has English subtitles underneath it. Jesus, you're some fat fucks, though. Well, of course, you need to watch it 1.5 times speed. It's the only thing you ever get close to. It's the closest you'll ever get to running.
I think, gets captured and starts getting tortured by the bad guy. But before it goes any further, Lupin outsmarts the guy and saves the day until he's betrayed by his girl, but then ends up with her in the end. It's honestly very confusing, but as you can see, the foundations were laid and it leads to what it is today.
Honestly, that sounds like a fucking movie. I'm not sure how you do that in 20 minutes. That's a good thing. That's me saying that in a good way. in a good way, I don't see how you would do that in 20 minutes.
And it's going in the D category.
It was good. Foundations were laid. Terrible. Of course. What amazing critics here. These are like the people who watch the bad Marvel movies and code them a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10. Fuck, didn't She-Hulk get a 9 out of 10? I'm waiting for them to get something actually bad like Noreen and call it S tier.
Wait, Jeremy, what do we have? What is that? What is that, Jeremy? Color! We have color!
You know,
Why are you so excited about color? I mean, yeah, color is nice. But color does not make for a good movie. Also, Devilman Crybaby, I've had nearly every single girlfriend I've ever had that insisted I watch X anime or whatever. Devilman Crybaby has always been on the list. I have not seen it, but from what I have heard, I would put it in B tier or higher if I were just to guess on the quality. But no, I have not seen it.
it was in color. I was hoping for something good, and then
Okay, Jeremy.
I'm gonna call up my ex-girlfriend and tell her where you live. Oh God. Also, why are you censoring feet? I mean, I'm not into feet, nor do I want anything to do with you. But are you admitting that feet are a fetish? Because your videos sound a lot like they're for ADHD TikTok children. I don't think they'd be into your fucking feet, dude. Get over yourself.
Guys, Devilman and
Why do you keep changing rooms? That's probably a stupid question. I don't know. I just feel like bitching about these guys.
animation was pretty good for
They're
being so
hateable.
old.
Very,
Except
very
the one
hateable.
problem was just how bad the characters and the overall story was.
It was bad.
It was bad. Devilman's going in D tier.
Yeah, I'm gonna call my ex-girlfriend. We're gonna have a talk. You know what? Maybe I will watch Devilman Crybaby just to spite these guys.
Get out of here, Devilman.
You finished Doraemon, yeah, the first episode was Lost in Time, 1973, and we watched 2 minutes of it.
No, just slideshows. Doraemon's F tier.
Alright, Sam, what's our...
Again, I have not seen Doraemon. It goes in, I'm sorry I haven't watched it, but I guarantee you it's better than F tier.
next anime?
Our next one is Fortnite.
Fortnite?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Fortnite, this video is sponsored by Epic Games. Go to the Fortnite item shop and check out the One Punch Man items before they're gone. By the way, they put One Punch Man in C tier. These fuckers put One Punch Man in C tier, yet they're sponsored for a Fortnite One Punch Man event. I didn't even realize that. I was just wanted to comment on the fact that these people were sponsored by Fortnite Kids, or a channel for Fortnite Kids. And who could have guessed? Who could have guessed that these douchebags were determined to be prime audience for Fortnite Kids? I never would have guessed. I am shocked and befuddled. I mean, my mind is blown. How could I have ever guessed that? No, I still can't rewind. No, YouTube has been having a bug that's been screwing with me for weeks. So I can't fast forward or rewind or even use spacebar to pause.
Like Fortnite, the game?
Dude, this is a video about anime, not video game.
No, Fortnite.
I'm just gonna play it.
Wait, isn't that Saitama?
Why are we here? Only to suffer. I was right. These are the people who put One Punch Man in C tier, by the way. The people geeking about Saitama put One Punch Man in C tier. I'm getting the impression of hypocrites. Anybody else here getting that impression? Just me? Do we care? No.
Thanks to Epic Games for sponsoring this video.
Yup, like we said, Saitama's officially come to Fortnite experiences, including Battle Royale and the new mode Blitz. So go do some Fortnite gritty. Oh my gosh, you're great! Double pumps, or you know, what the kids are doing nowadays. Squad up with your favorite characters like Saitama, Genos, and Terrible Tornado, and use 3 new...
Tornado's nice. Tornado's pretty cool. I mean, I love Saitama and Genos, but I was not expecting a Terrible Tornado skin. Blizzard would be better, though.
Pickaxes, backlinks, and emotes, along with a new glider, instrument, and wrap. Guys, that's like crazy value there. Our personal favorite character, and usually the one we like to run, is Saitama, just because we relate to his early male...
If you like Saitama so much, why did you put One Punch Man in C tier? Why did you put One Punch Man in C tier? I just want to talk. I just want to talk. Also, I can also relate to early male pattern baldness.
Pattern baldness that's found in most men. Also Genos, because he's really cool. And also Terrible Tornado, because she's really cool too. I'm going bald. And back on the track of more happy things, make sure to check out the new One Punch Man inspired cosmetics for the Jackal vehicle. So head over to the Fortnite item shop today and check out the awesome new One Punch Man cosmetics before they're gone.
That was easily the best one.
I don't see how we're gonna top that. S tier?
S tier, actually.
If Saitama in Fortnite is S tier, why is One Punch Man going to be put in C tier? Huh? Also, you really are just a pudgy fuck, aren't you?
Alright, on to the next one.
Feel bad for Heidi. She has a really tough grandpa.
Now I think this is where anime started developing a little bit more, but the pacing is
Get the fuck off your phones. This is your job.
still very much an issue. But even with all the joyfulness and the wholesomeness that Heidi has, it's still going in the C tier, which is honestly pretty good for an anime that old.
Jeremy, for Robot
I haven't seen it. Big surprise.
UFO Grenade or whatever it's called, we got an intro. After the letdown and stinker that was Devilman, we're hoping that you...
AA is gonna kill you. She gonna kill you.
UFO can bring this back up. Sorry again to the 4 fans of this show.
Are you serious?
Wait. Jeremy. Wake up.
UFO Robo Grand Dessert.
Boring.
I'm running out of shit to say to insult these guys. How many times have I just insulted them for being fat again? I don't know. Haven't seen it. Big surprise. I won't comment on its quality. I guarantee you it's better than boring. You could have at least... This is your job. It was 20 minutes.
Overall, I would probably give this one D, but middle D.
Yeah, D.
Candy! 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 Hey.
Speaking of candy, has anybody ever seen Happy Sugar Rush? I really liked that one. Yeah, no, I really like that anime. Can we get anybody talking to me in chat about it so that I can stop watching these fools? Anybody? No? Okay. I'll go back to suffering.
Yeah, that shit's trash.
Okay, that was a pretty decent joke. That was an alright joke, but that's only because the standards are... all the way down here.
Denji Machine Volts got into it fast. Aliens invaded the Earth and the world was ending in the first episode, bro. And honestly, I can't tell you what the characters' names were and anything else about the show. This anime is easily F tier. I'm sorry.
I have prepared this one. I believe it... Yeah, it's this one right here. I haven't seen it. I know, I shocker. I know. I'm sorry to keep disappointing you guys, but I haven't seen these. I have seen this one.
Guys, me and Jeremy have an announcement. That was the best anime ever so far.
This one was pretty good.
Insane animation. For how old it was. Insane. Great dub voice acting.
Great dub voice
acting.
acting.
Oh my gosh.
And
like
also,
the dub voice acting is perfect.
Yeah.
Future Boy Conan, you're going
I was getting excited. I thought they actually had shit to say this time. But, hey, at least...
straight to A tier. Top of A.
You know what? At least they appreciate something good. Yeah, that was an alright anime that if I recall correctly from my childhood. It was pretty good. Yeah. I mean, I don't remember very much, but yeah, I remembered it enough to recognize.
Let's go. This one's decent, bro. It's like around Ashino Joe level, a little better.
It was the best anime we watched so far. I like the little lightsaber effect, the aura of him pulling out the blade, him hopping in his suit.
We're putting that at C tier.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Best one so far. C tier. Did you just put one in A tier? Did any of you talk to each other in the making of this video? Do any of you have any idea what the fuck you're saying? Do any of you have a brain? Did the Plants vs. Zombies get to you? You possessed by some kind of demon? Am I stalling? Yes, I'm stalling. Anyways, I had it prepared somewhere here. But I can't remember which one. Let's see. Solo Leveling, Angel Beats, Berserk, Bleach, Demon Slayer. I remember. The full image of this had the name on the title, which is why I brought it, but it got cropped. Hunter x Hunter, Naruto. That's Black Clover. I'm sorry, I can't remember. Toradora, Frieren, Gurren Lagann, My Hero Academia, Tokyo Ghoul, Evangelion. That's definitely not Gundam. Fairy Tail. This one must be Gundam. This one must be Gundam. Haven't seen it.
That is C tier.
Guess what, Ethan?
What?
We made it to the 80s! Hey!
You know, this is actually a pretty good look for them. They should stay blurry the whole time.
I swear from the 70s to the 90s, everything was all mecha.
Who the fuck is this dude? And why is he only here now? Get a gym membership.
Anime, bro. The Space Runaway Idiot opening was fire. And this one dude had a nice afro. And that will be the only compliment I'm giving this show. Pacing was absolutely horrendous, even for its time.
Just F tier, bro. Instant F tier.
Jeremy, what are we watching?
Oh, yeah, I've seen this one. F tier. Oh, that other one, haven't seen it.
We're watching Urusei Yatsura.
This is the first Gooner anime.
Wait. Where the fuck why do you keep changing rooms? Also, you have that demons here.
Urusei Yatsura.
Urusei Yatsura!
This was #1 by far. No debate so far. It's the
I'll give you guys $50 if you can tell me what Urusei Yatsura means. After watching the first episode, can any of you tell me what it means?
first one that actually had me laughing. It's the first one that
each. $50 each, my bad.
It's like the first waifu, basically.
Yep. This is going in S tier.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? First Gooner anime, S tier. I wonder if there's a coincidence.
This is going at the top of S tier, Jeremy.
I'm gonna lose my mind. My brain is rotting, guys. We've watched such trash anime for so long. It actually gets to you, bro. It's infecting my whole.
I'd call you a douchebag, but you weren't popular enough to be a douchebag. I'd put everything I have, my life savings, on you being beat up a lot in high school.
Atmosphere, bro.
This is called Macross, bro. Got me in my sleep.
Bro has been laying on the ground. He can't get up. He's paralyzed.
He wasn't sitting up to begin with. Also, Macross. I prepared that one. Yeah, here it is. I haven't seen it.
I just want some Orimo. I want some High School DxD.
You know, my friend watched High School DxD. He summarized it to me in one word. Boobs. And I think that I haven't seen it myself, but I second that assessment from what I've heard and what I've seen. I wonder, Urusei Yatsura got S tier. High School DxD, he's begging for that. I wonder, are these just a bunch of incel losers pretending to be popular boys? The answer is yes. If you didn't know that already, I don't know what else to tell you. But hey, it fucking works.
I'm putting it at D tier. It doesn't deserve to be most popular. F tier. F tier.
Actually, I'm going to watch it.
Alright, we're about to watch Captain Tsubasa, which is
Tsubasa.
It just looks like a generic ripoff of like Bullock or just any soccer anime.
How did this rip off
Oh, well, at least he's getting caught out on. Okay, let's continue.
Blue Lock if it came before it, bro? Although the pacing is pretty trash, we put it at 2 times speed. It was still fire and enough.
Did he just say 2 times speed? Guys, this is your fucking job. If you can't spend, let's see, what is it? 61 to 2025, so that would be 4. If you can't spend, let's see, 49 plus 25, that would be, okay, so that would be actually a couple days. That, I guess it explains the multiple rooms. But still, do it over a week or 2 weeks. If you're that if you have that bad attention spans, do that. Work on other shit on the side. When I was working on my corporate brain rot stream, I had 3 different projects working on the side, just so I didn't burn out. I spent over 500 hours working on that for 20 people to see it. You guys can spend a couple of days without relying on 2x speed. I watched all of Naruto just to spite my sister. You guys can spend 2 days on this for your fucking jobs. Shut up, get some taste, stop fast forwarding, and just do your fucking jobs. Get a life and go to the gym. Jesus Christ. We're not even 10 minutes in, and we're 30 minutes in on the stream.
Not gonna lie, that rivalry, I actually want to watch the second episode.
The main character has a very common anime personality of wanting to be the best at something. Overall, pretty enjoyable, pretty big cliffhanger at the end. This is going straight into the C tier cat.
If it was enjoyable, why did you have to watch it on 2x speed? Or was that a different dude? I don't know. All these pasty white douchebags that are out of shape look the same to me.
Category.
Look at those pecs! Fist of the North Star! Wait, no way.
Fist of the North Star? Yeah, I've heard of that. I've heard it's pretty good. Also, Captain Tsubasa, I haven't seen it, wasn't prepared for it.
Is he gonna do the thing?
I recognize that. I thought that was from JoJo, to be honest. I'll be completely honest, I thought that was from JoJo.
Whoa! That was sick! Okay,
The sad part is I'm not even sure if they're playing it up or not. They might just be that... They might be that bad. They might be... I genuinely... I don't know whether or not they're playing this up.
Alright guys, the year is 1984. Jeremy, what happened?
We got Fist of the North Star. Now, here's the thing, guys.
I'm gonna give it a B tier.
I agree. It's going on top of...
That joke sucked, but hey, at least you guys have a little bit of taste. I wasn't prepared for Fist of the North Star. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's amazing.
B, though.
This is aesthetic when you think of anime 80s, bro.
Touch looked amazing, you know what I mean? We had potential for, like, you know, maybe finally something that could give us something we were wanting, and there's no subtitles.
So while everyone else used to watch these cool animes, Cade and Aiden are watching Touch with no subtitles. So we just don't.
I know a girl who didn't speak a lick of Japanese, and she knew what was going on. She didn't... I know it might be hard for you to say with your nice dreamy eyes. You're actually the most attractive guy in the bunch, I'll be honest. I don't want to scream at you to go to a gym or go outside. You look like you take care of yourself, and I will commend that. But there's a thing called using your eyes to see what's going on. And you can infer by using your brain. Your head, your brain both work. and you got a big ass forehead, almost as big as mine, so I'm sure you can figure out what was going on without the subtitles, dude. I'm certain of it. And hey, if you really needed to, you could have paid a translator to subtitle it for you for this video, and it would have been a tax write-off for all the 55,000 views that you got for this video, and the 7,000 people hating on you, and all of Twitter. This dude got twice as many videos asking you to delete this. Or twice as many views asking you to delete this. You know, maybe it wouldn't have been a good investment after all.
Don't understand anything. Touch is going D tier.
Alright, Ethan. You know what time?
It's going in D tier because you couldn't fucking understand it? What the fuck are you? You look like you should be on a sex offender registry. Okay, I'm done making fun of him.
It is
Dragon Ball time.
Dragon Ball time.
Dragon Ball.
I have seen Dragon Ball. Well, not really. I haven't watched the anime, but when I was growing up as a kid, I read the manga up to volume 17, and then my local public library didn't have the volume 18 for me, so I had to stop reading it there. I was a big fan of Dragon Ball growing up. I really liked it, and I'd love to watch it properly someday. I would put Dragon Ball, where are you? In high A tier, if not S tier, but I'm not fully aware of all of it, so I'm not gonna put it in S tier since I don't know everything. If I ever finish it, maybe I'll bump it up to S tier, we'll see. Great anime, great manga, though.
I don't want anyone attacking me for what I'm about to say, but what the hell did I just watch?
So how long do we think he has left to live? Because I guarantee you somebody's gonna fuck this dude up.
Goku with a tail. I've never seen that before. Goku with his... You know, you just gotta watch the anime to find out, but Nirvana cover. And Bulma trying to 10-year-olds? Are you serious? It's honestly not a very good start to the anime. This is going straight into the D tier.
So, reading as somebody who has read the manga, nothing, to my awareness, I mean, I was pretty young when I was reading it, but to my knowledge, there was never anything even remotely between Bulma and Goku, and I think you're really reading into it, because you're one of those Twitter freaks who freak out about everything, despite the fact that you apparently are desperate and down bad for Gooner anime of people in high school. I wonder what that says about you. I really do. I really fucking do. No, Bulma is with Vegeta. He gets engaged to a girl named Chi-Chi, who he accidentally proposed to, or at least accepted the marriage proposal of, back when he was 10 or 11 years old. And then gets married at a fighting competition, or at least engaged. There is nothing between these two. Oh, and fuck you. There you go, now we're done. Get off your phones, get off your laptops. Why is there a camera there? Clean up your floors.
This one was booty.
I would personally say that this goes top of C.
Top? Yeah, I just get in C. Don't put it in top or don't put it bottom. Just get in C.
Look.
So you admit C is bad. You admit C is bad. But you keep saying they're good, and you put them in C tier. I wonder if they're lying. Also, haven't seen it, wasn't prepared for it. I put in haven't watched it tier.
No. It's in 360p.
So we just finished Samurai Troopers. Yeah, that's going in the big F tier.
Honestly, the last one was a stinker, so let's hope this one's way
Dragon
better.
Ball. And Dragon Ball fans were sorry, but yeah, we're on ramen now, baby. Let's go.
Haven't seen it.
I'm not gonna lie, Ranma 1/2 caught me off guard. And that's just because it kept showing naked girls in the first episode. It's a very unique plot, with Ranma changing genders with a splash of water to do some cursed body of water or something. And even though it was made in 1989, the comedy is still great. Like, it had me and Ethan laughing. Honestly, after that...
You sure about that? Also, one second, I need to
this, I'm gonna continue watching Ranma. Yeah, this show is a solid B tier, okay?
Well, at least he's a little more open to it, but I wonder if the naked girls had anything to do with that. What do you think? Yeah, I think so too.
Wouldn't say Yatsura is forever cemented as
Also, haven't seen it, wasn't prepared for it.
the greatest thing of all time. The aesthetic of it was actually like literally like made me shiver me timbers. I'm not even joking.
Oh, greatest.
Straight shiver me timbers.
Greatest.
Nadia, Secret of the Blue Water, whatever it's called. I'm going A tier.
Well, at least something went in A. No, I wasn't prepared for that. Haven't seen it. But you know what? With their endorsement of it, I don't think I'll be watching it.
Let's do it.
Guys, I'm sorry. No. Guys, it only gets worse. It only gets worse every single.
I remember this scene. This scene was covered by Rev. I wanted to... Okay, I mean, I won't actually say that. I won't make any threats here, but... Shut the fuck up.
Single time. I don't know what I'm watching. I'm getting scared. Look at this.
Onisama E. Where is it? I believe this was Onisama E? That's Onisama, yeah. That reads Onisama.
It's about like this high school girl, bro. She gets charmed up by this like dude. This dude definitely is older, bro.
This dude looks like he's 35 with 4 kids.
Yeah, dude. This girl just started high school, bro. No.
Look, that's me and Kate right there. All the hus are looking for us. Look at this.
They're just very pretty guys, but they're
very
just girls.
pretty guys.
So I just don't understand what the concept was, and
I've got to watch, dear brother.
There's
So, high school girls have a crush on an older man, and you're screaming pedophile because they had a crush on an older man. Is that what I'm hearing? That's what I heard the first time around, and it didn't get better with the context. I haven't seen this, but I will have you know that lots of high school girls, and even preteens, have fetishize and have crushes on older men. That does not make the older men bad people. In fact, lots of them are very uncomfortable about it. It happened to a friend of mine. He was deeply uncomfortable. And yeah. I don't know what's so bad about that. I don't know why are you like the way you are. What is wrong with you people? I don't know the full context of the story, but from what you've said, you sound like the problem. Especially considering how you claimed that there was some romantic thing between Goku and Bulma. Like, what is wrong with you people? Also, Yu Yu Hakusho. I was prepared for that, but I don't know if I actually... Oh yeah, here it is. This is Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Yeah. I have seen this, and I would put it in B tier. I never finished it because I had other things to do, but I'd love to go back and finish it someday. I really liked it. I thought it was fun.
always those shows that people glaze for having an amazing first episode. And Yu Yu Hakusho's first episode is a perfect example of that. Even though it was made 33 years ago, it's still such a banger. Easy A tier.
All right.
Oh, good
the
for
year is 1993.
Arguably and probably the most popular basketball anime. I think it's
No, it's probably. I think it's the most popular sport. The aesthetic, music was good, intro was good. Slam dunk, A tier.
A tier.
Guys, Sailor Moon. Hunter.
Haven't seen Slam Dunk, wasn't prepared for it. Sailor Moon, hey! My sisters like Sailor Moon, and my mom loved it when she was a kid before she started hating all anime.
Why?
You know, Sailor Moon's...
I bought the entire series, all the series, seasons of it, all the spin-offs, all the movies, as one massive DVD or VHS tape download or whatever for my mom's for Mother's Day last year because my mom liked it when she was a kid. She hasn't opened it at all. The only people who've watched it were my sisters. So that was like $250 for a gift down the drain. I mean, I got they're enjoying it, but yeah. I worked really hard to find somebody to do that. I went through an entire Comic-Con exposition or whatever, trying to find somebody who was selling Sailor Moon stuff. Nobody was there. So I had to go online, pay $250 to some guy online who had the entire thing for sale. Gave it to my mom for Mother's Day. She never fucking used it. 2 years later. I haven't seen Sailor Moon. Was I prepared for Sailor Moon? It doesn't look like it. But I would put it in, from what I've seen of my sisters watching it, high B tier, maybe low A tier. But again, that's like from a few frames of a few episodes.
Very glazed, you know. I feel like girls growing up Disney watch this. Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, it looks dookie. We're too old for this now, you know.
Speaking of magical girls, I just finished watching Gushing Over Magical Girls the other day. Still think it's hilarious. I really do. I think it's funny as fuck. I think it's a great parody.
I'd rate that top of C tier.
Yeah.
Evangelion lovers, don't get mad.
Oh, well, I mean, you say don't get mad, so I mean, who am I to get mad? I mean, you told us not to. Neon Genesis Evangelion. I haven't even seen this, and I put this in S tier. I haven't even watched this, and I put it in S tier. Just from everything I've heard, everything I've seen, the everlasting immortal soundtrack. Like, god damn. And I really need to watch it someday. I really fucking do. I will watch this someday. S tier, and I haven't even fucking seen it. So let's see what this tool has to say about it. What are we thinking? Are we thinking D, C, F? What are we guessing? My bet is D tier. I bet he's gonna put in D tier. If he puts in C tier, it's only because he knows he knows what he's gonna have. He's about to have a bad opinion. That's why.
At me, I love Evangelion. That first episode is not that strong.
Wait, you've seen Evangelion? You love it. You fucking. I was not prepared for this. I was not prepared for this level of stupidity. You heathen. Okay. I'm having fun now. I'm at that right level of anger.
I only have one thing to say about Evangelion.
What's with the jump scares? I usually jump back and do a little yell as a funny joke, but I was too paralyzed out of fear of what was. Ugh.
And that's Misato. I can't lie. The best part about the episode is holy gyat, bro. Is there?
Maybe I should have had my camera on because the facial expressions I'm making are just. Why? Just why, bro? The only redeeming quality of this is a sexy woman. And it's not even... Just...
Her name Misato. She's so bad, bro. The rest of the episode...
On their phones, perpetual scowl. You love this show, so why the fuck aren't you watching it?
It feels too much of a blur and doesn't really set up anything until the end, and it doesn't really get anything done. Without Misato, this would be lower, but it is going in the C tier.
I called it. Not for the right reasons, but called it. I get that they're ranking the first episodes of every year's most popular anime, and I guess I see with what he's saying, you know. He loved the show, but the first episode is bad, but... Really, dude? Really, dude? Okay, Detective Conan. I have heard of this one. I didn't know it was going to be making the list, so I wasn't prepared for it, but I'd put in the haven't watched it tier.
Guys, Detective Conan is done. Jeremy? I don't know about you. Guys, if you want to watch some detective work, how about you deduce the fact that Detective Conan is not that good?
Joke's on me for thinking they're actually going to make a helpful suggestion to people for once. Detective Conan, I haven't seen it. I won't comment on its quality, but I can name 3 great detective anime off the top of my fucking head. And a dozen more bad ones, but that's besides the point. But hey, fuck me for expecting you to be helpful if you didn't enjoy this and was actually going to make a recommendation to people.
C tier.
Berserk, 1997. Yes, finally something we.
Berserk. I'm familiar with this franchise, but I haven't watched it. I've heard the anime sucks, but the manga is amazing. Frankly, I really enjoy the premise of Berserk. I think it's a really cool idea. But I've heard only bad things about the anime, so I won't comment on the anime. I'm going to put in I haven't watched it.
No, finally something that's actually good, except for these all dookie booty. This will be the first S tier, so. Black Swords in the first episode. I'm gonna put an S tier. It's iconic, it's beautiful.
What are you doing under that blanket, bro?
It is Berserk. It is the second, it's the greatest manga of all time.
Cowboy Bebop time.
The greatest manga of all time, but what about the anime? I thought you guys were ranking the anime. Cowboy Bebop. I've heard great things, haven't watched it.
Cowboy Bebop, baby!
Cowboy Bebop, wow. Honestly, what a great episode. Right off the bat, world building, the music, and the animation is established, showcasing the exact kind of thrill
My friend highly recommends me to watch that.
ride that we're going to be going on. For an anime that released in 1998, it holds up really well. This is very easily going into the A tier category, and I'd challenge anyone who says otherwise.
One Piece! I think One Piece.
The scowl on my face is immeasurable. Not because One Piece is bad, I've heard amazing things about it. This probably might upset people, but I'd put One Piece in, where is it? Black Clover. This One Piece? No, that's One Punch Man. One Piece, there it is. I'd put One Piece in, haven't watched it, and I don't intend to. It's over 1,000 fucking episodes. I suffered through Naruto and Fairy Tail. Not because they were bad, just because they went on for so fucking long.
This is one of those shows where it gets better later on.
I can't deny that the first episode of One Piece is pretty good. You get the introduction to Luffy. You get, Kobe, what's his name? The pink-haired guy? Yeah. Overall, I'd give the first episode of One Piece A tier.
Well, good for you. I wonder if that had anything to do with preserving your reputation. Because everything else I've seen, you guys have no taste and no attention spans. You guys have no attention spans. How the fuck did you get to the later episodes?
Agreed.
Inuyasha.
Oh wait, my bad. Yeah, this was Inuyasha, not Yu Yu Hakusho. Haven't seen it. Did I prepare Yu Yu Hakusho? I don't know. Okay, well, for now, this is gonna be Yu Yu Hakusho. We're gonna leave it here. Yeah. I haven't seen Inuyasha. It goes here.
Like, the fight scenes look good, but it's in Spanish only, so only I'm gonna understand it.
Yeah, if I'm being completely honest with the show, like after watching all these shows, I was already super exhausted from watching anime, and this came on, and it was in.
Get off your phone! And if you're exhausted with anime, take a fucking break! It is not that hard! I took a 3-month break from anime when I was tired of it and busy with other things. And you want to know what? I came back and I appreciated it more. I wasn't jaded and frustrated. I came back for Call of the Night and I'm fucking loving it. And I can't wait for the next fucking episode to come out. Let's see, 5 last episode came out on the 29th, so I get next episode tomorrow.
Freaking Spanish, so I couldn't even understand it. When I watched it, it was garbage. I'm being honest. I'm gonna put it in D tier.
Haven't watched it. I won't comment.
We are both in the 2000s now, baby. Hellsing's gothic aesthetic is super cool. The cinematography was super good. Besides that, there's...
Put down your phone.
Nothing really noteworthy about it. C tier.
No, Jim.
Hellsing, do I have that on here? Doesn't look like it. Haven't seen it.
Jeremy, dude, come on, you gotta.
Naruto. I finished this show. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that I watched Naruto to spite my sister. Here's why. My sister had claimed that she had finished all of Naruto. And I knew she was full of shit because it was like 2 months. So after finishing all of it on Netflix, I spent an entire year watching the rest of fucking Naruto all the way to the end of Shippuden. It destroyed me, guys. That entire I have so many opinions about Shippuden and how egregiously long it is, and that entire season of filler. I only skipped 3 episodes, and that. Yeah, just Jesus fucking Christ. Good God. But Naruto is nonetheless a very good anime. Naruto was amazing. Shippuden was quite good. Boruto could fuck right off. Fun fact about Boruto: Naruto was supposed to end with Shippuden, but his producers or his publishers told him no. Set up a sequel. We want more Naruto. We want you to keep pumping out content even though your story is done and finished. So retcon the ending. And that's how Boruto happened. Don't blame Miyazaki? Was it Miyazaki? I don't know. I don't know his name. But don't blame him. Blame the publishers. Naruto, the first episode, I would easily put in a high B tier, if not A tier. Personally, I would put the arc with Zabuza in S tier. I would easily put it in S tier. That was fucking phenomenal. And that's what actually partially what got me to start watching anime was because my sister was watching Naruto and I saw the big fight between Kakashi and Zabuza, and I thought that was so fucking cool. And that, along with my crush on this girl whose initials are EE in high school, who liked anime, those two put together got me to watch Naruto. Naruto wasn't my first anime. That was Soul Eater, because that was her favorite. But eventually I got around to Naruto, and I stopped watching it. Around the 16th or 17th episode, I don't know. It was the one after not the Uzumaki, the head of the Leaf Village died. Sorry, I'm blanking here on the name for some reason. Anyways, that episode after that is when I kind of just stopped watching and moved on to other anime. And my sister claimed to have finished all of it. And I decided, no, you fucking didn't. So I watched the whole thing, and then I quizzed her on it until she had confessed that she didn't watch it.
Gotta wake up. I get One Piece was born, but you gotta wake up. Jeremy, come on. Because wanna know what's next? What are we watching? Wanna know what's next? Jeremy, do you know what that is? Wait, Jeremy!
Guys, it's 2002.
The first episode of Naruto.
I was born in 2002.
It's a banger!
It is actually a banger. Naruto's first episode is a lot better than One Piece's. So because of that, we will be putting it in S tier.
S tier! Get up there, Naruto.
When we finally got Full Metal Alchemist, I was expecting something that was going to be good, and it actually met my expectations and Cade's. We get more of like world building aspect.
Good for him.
Of the first episode compared to Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, where there's more action.
Get off the computer.
Right in the beginning.
Yeah, so anime we watch.
Naruto. First episode, high A tier. For the show-wise, Shippuden brings it down, so yeah, A tier. As for Full Metal Alchemist, did I have that on here? Doesn't look like it. Anyways, I have actually watched the first couple episodes of Full Metal Alchemist. My friend made me watch it with him. I'd put it in... I didn't get into it enough to put it in A tier, but I definitely admit it's good, and I bet it would be a lot better if I had finished watching it, but I had other things on my plate at the time. So I'd put it in B tier, or maybe I haven't watched it tier because I haven't seen enough to fully appreciate it.
Watching Bleach. Now, before you come at me with pitchforks, I've watched all of Bleach, and I think it's great. But the first episode, It's nothing crazy. It was decent, and that's why it's going in C tier.
Bleach. Yes, here we are. Haven't seen it. Although I did read the very first manga to it. And then I wasn't able to get my hands on any more, so I couldn't continue watching it. But from the first manga I read, it looked great. Phenomenal. If I rate it on just that first manga alone, I'd put it in high B tier, low A tier. I was like 6 when I read it, okay? I was born in 2002.
I'm sorry.
We got Mushishi. I thought it was paced extremely well. It was written really well. Yep. And the music was just like the cherry on top. It was a really emotional first episode. Overall, this is definitely something that I am for sure watching. I think it's top of A tier. Absolute banger.
Guys, we have Death Note finally.
Mushishi, haven't seen it. But hey, I don't think it's bad at all. I don't know anything about it. By the way, finally Death Note. What a surprise.
And Death Note is so big. I was saying with him.
Yeah, Death Note is amazing. And I have a huge bone to pick with everybody who says it's bad or that it's so fucking obvious that that Light was Kira. I just want to talk. Meet me out back. If you that's actually your genuine opinion on the show, because yeah, no, I have a lot to fucking say to you. That was the whole point of the show, was that it wasn't obvious. But hey, I get it. Your brains are slow. You can't fathom the fact that somebody can think a lot of thoughts in 1 to 2 seconds. You know, like literally every other human being on the earth was. You want to know why I stumble over my words? Because I think so fast that I lose track and I stumble over them. It's a very common thing. It wasn't that obvious. But I also am mature enough not to gush about it. Fuck, when I was watching this when I was 14 or 15, I was mature enough not to gush over how awesome it was, because I knew that I would look like an edgelord loser. I was an edgelord loser, but I was smart enough not to do it. I didn't want to sound like a pretentious idiot.
No, I used to hate anime my whole entire life.
And this is what caught everybody's attention. Perfectly paused, perfectly framed. Okay. I'm going to defend him here. Just the tiniest smidge. I'm going to defend this loser right now. A lot of people have asked, why would you say this? I can tell you why he said this. Because he thinks it makes him sound relatable. He thinks it makes him sound humble. No. It does not make you sound relatable. It does not make you sound humble. It makes everybody hate you. I was very much the same. But I did not get into anime because I was locked inside and bored, which is what he's about to say. I got into anime because I was a simp for a girl, and I wanted to be able to relate with her, and you know what? I fell in love with it. And I got engaged with the series. And instead of watching Death Note and saying that was the best anime ever made, although I do think it's fucking amazing, I would definitely put it in S tier. I went out, I diversified my opinions, and I'm open to watching other shit. And I'm not going to say the fact that I hated anime and use it as a reason for why you are such a cultured god of why I should like anime. I understand anime because I have watched the worst and the best that it has to offer, most of them all the way through. I don't think I'm a god of anime. I have an entire list of why I'm not a god of anime. There is so much I haven't seen, there's so much more that I have to see. And there's so much more that I have to learn and I have to accept. You are not humble. You are not a god. You are a loser who thought hating anime was cool because you didn't understand it. Then you watch this edgelord thing. I guarantee you at some point you thought he's so me, just like I did because I was a loser once. Problem is I moved out of that phase. That's the difference. And when somebody says Death Note, I think, yeah, it's really cool. I don't start clapping like a little fucking monkey.
So 2020, the first actual anime episode I ever watched was the first episode of Death Note. It was so good.
Absolute masterclass, masterpiece.
3, 2, 1. S tier. It is the.
I get that they're playing it up. I get that they're playing it up, but I genuinely don't have any issue believing that he would say this unironically and act like this unironically.
Best episode we have watched by far.
Gurren Lagann.
Death Note. It does belong in S tier. That's the first thing they've gotten right this whole show. Not Naruto. Naruto's first episode is A tier. The whole show goes in A tier, but the Zabuza arc is easily S tier. Naruto went on for way too long. The anime was way too padded and wastes your time far too much. That's why I classify it as A tier. If we're talking the raw story, I would put in S tier, but we're talking the anime.
Gurren Lagann. The first episode of Gurren Lagann starts with main characters Simone and Kamina, which is located.
So we're at Gurren Lagann. I have words for this. I think this show is fucking stupid. But I have reasons. I do have reasons for thinking it's stupid. Now, I'm sure if I actually dedicated time to watching it, I would think it's a good kind of stupid. But my first introduction to Gurren Lagann was a manga. I think it was like the 7th or the 12th. It was somewhere mid-series. And I read that and I thought it was funny. But really stupid. I think the jokes are funny. The mecha, which is the main action of the show, was dumb. And then I watched the first episode on a date with a girl at her place. She picked the anime. And I still thought it was pretty dumb, but I'm willing to admit it was less dumb than I thought. I could see potential in the show. And I will admit the jokes are fucking hilarious. If I were to rate Gurren Lagann from my limited experience of it, I would put it in low B tier. But I'm very open to it being higher if I ever get around to actually watching the full thing.
Beneath the surface in some tunnel. Eventually, both of the main characters discover a way out through the help of a large monster.
Stop! Why the fuck are you scratching your crotch on camera? Why are you including that? Why do you have a perpetual scowl on your face?
Very alluring character in Yoko Littner. This along with...
So his cover of Gurren Lagann actually makes it onto the list here. In the final product, I see where he puts it. And I guessed, I shit you not, that the entire reason that it got as high as it did in his rankings was because of this girl here. I put money fucking down on that and I'm looking forward to collecting that bet.
One of the best messages in anime clearly brings this anime at the top of the A tier category.
Yeah, he puts it in high A tier. I don't know whether or not the show is actually worthy of that quality. But he cited that at her as the reason why he puts it in high A tier and the general message which he doesn't explain. So I'm guessing that he doesn't actually know what the message is. Either that or he's that fucking lazy. It's a coin toss. Actually, let me get a coin. Okay. Heads, it was the girl. B, it was the girl and the message. Oh, yep, there it goes. Bye, I don't care.
Guys, me and Jeremy are at the point where...
Toradora. Okay, I have also seen this one. All the way through, twice. Toradora is fucking timeless. Where are you? Where are you, Toradora? There you are. I would put it mid-A tier. I saw the first episode and I really liked the premise that they were advertising. Two people who don't like each other, helping each other get together with their friends that they both have a crush on. I loved that premise, and I was also very disappointed when it became very clear and obvious that wasn't the direction the show was going, and they were obviously going to fall for each other. And I like everything about the show. I think the show is masterfully crafted. Although I still am a little disappointed to this day that they never actually went through with that idea. Because I think that would actually make for a very good romantic comedy. Where they actually follow through with that premise rather than bait and switch you with it.
We've already seen so many, and we just want something new.
And this is exactly
Then take a fucking break!
not it.
And when we get something like Toradora, keep in mind, we're only 15 minutes in.
Yeah,
I know they're joking, but heretics.
I feel like we've seen so many romance of slice of lives that are kind of exactly the same.
Because of that, we'll be putting it in
C tier.
But
Maybe... Actually, no, it's not even close to the fucking same. I've seen... God, what, 20, 30, maybe even 40 slice of life anime? And I can't name any that are even remotely close to that. I think that premise is absolutely unique. And I think you're making shit up because you're bitter and jaded and bored because you don't have solo leveling on screen. Fucking tourists. Now, Fairy Tail. I finished this anime as well, as I mentioned earlier. And I really liked it. I really, really, really liked Fairy Tail. I would put it up there. Oh, actually, Naruto, I haven't really finished either of you, so I'm going to put you there. Yeah, no, like that. Yeah, that seems like a good ranking. Ones I've actually seen, ones I've seen some of, and definitely recognize how good they are and the potential they have. Fairy Tail was great. I have a few small gripes with the story. The biggest one being something very small. Really, really, really small. I'm getting angry thinking about it. Let's move on. But yeah, no, fucking amazing.
So now we're on Fairy Tail, a classic. Fairy Tail, first episode done. I never...
Yeah, no, I if I were to rate Fairy Tail in the first episode, I would put it in S tier. Undeniably, I was so hyped for that show after seeing the first episode. But I'm actually reviewing my impressions on the animes and the mangas as a whole. So, yeah, no, that's why it's an A tier, not S tier. Any show that goes on as long as Fairy Tail has is going to make a few mistakes that some people aren't going to like. So that brings it down a little bit, whereas these are shorter and/or I respect their concepts enough to put them in such high ratings. Fairy Tail I saw all of, Naruto I saw all of, so I got to see both their highs and their lows, which is why I'm putting them at very high A tier rather than S tier.
Ever watched Fairy Tail before?
I watched it.
I would watch Fairy Tail after that. I give it A tier. I don't think it's an S tier.
I think it's an A tier.
Well, we can both agree on that then. I think the episode 1 deserves S tier, but we're slight differentiation. We have slight differentials on that. Before we move on from Fairy Tail. And nobody cares.
I don't think it's better than Death Note.
Angel Beats. This show starts off with the main character.
Angel Beats! Angel Beats, Angel Beats, Angel Beats, my beloved. Angel Beats, S tier. Amazing soundtrack, iconic characters. I can't name all of them, but I will never forget Kanade. And I will never forget any of them, even if I have forgotten their names. Fun fact about this show, my sister actually tried to make me watch it back when we were both in high school. We have a 3-year age difference, so it was like a very specific period of time. And she was showing me an episode halfway through the show. And so I couldn't understand what was going on, and I thought it looked weird and confusing, so I just turned her down. Same actually happened with Death Note with another friend of mine. We'll call him Mr. C. And so I couldn't get into it because he was showing me from the end plot line, near the end of the show. It was that episode where they spew money out of the tower to distract the civilians while they escape. I thought that was an amazing scene, but I couldn't understand the plot with what the explanation he was giving me and how little context I had for such a convoluted story. So I also didn't end up watching it until many years later. And actually, same happened with Attack on Titan too. Also, Mr. C tried to get me to watch it. Where is it? Yeah, here. That was later on. I think that was episode 4 or 5. Again, a very convoluted plot, along with a massive plot hole that I saw that hadn't been addressed in the show yet because this was a decade ago or something like that. No, actually, God, more than a decade ago. God, that was a long time ago. I wasn't in high school yet, is what we're saying. So, yeah. And so I couldn't appreciate it either. The lesson to take away from here is if you're going to make a friend watch an anime, don't show them from where you are. Anyways, 2 years after my sister had made me to watch this, I saw it on Netflix again. I thought, oh, that looks cool. And I'd forgotten the picture she had showed me. And I fell in love with it at first sight. I thought it was funny. It was interesting. All the characters were so fucking cool. I loved this anime. Easily S tier. I would definitely put in my top 20 favorite anime of all time. Easily. I know there's a bold take there, but I unironically think that. And if you disagree with me, I don't care.
And the viewer introduced to the world of Angel Beats at the same time. Some type of purgatory where dead people are currently stuck in as they rebel against the purgatory system, which is in the form of some white-haired lolly. I'm not sure how old she is, but she's definitely a lolly. Just look at her. I don't know. It feels very slice of life, and you can
She is not a lolly. She is cute and must protect. And they're in high school. Not every high school girl needs huge tits, you incels.
I've already tell what type of anime you're getting with the first episode, which isn't always a good thing. This is going into the D tier.
Heretics. I am very angry at that. That is almost as far from S tier as you can get. And no, I got more or less what I was getting from it in the first episode, and I liked what I was being shown. And I think you guys have issues. You tourists. Rev was right, you're tourists. Every scene, every second of this I watch, it becomes more and more evident. And I can't believe I'm using the word tourist unironically.
Your category.
Alright guys, I've been waiting for this for a really long time. We're finally at 2011, and you wanna know what that means, Jeremy?
I have some opinions on Hunter x Hunter. And those opinions are D tier. I watched the first episode, and I couldn't tolerate it. Every aspect of it was so bad. There were so many convoluted plot holes and stupid human decision-making and just the most obvious bullshit you've ever seen. And I talked to a friend of mine who's a huge anime fan, not one of the guys I watched lately. And he agreed with me that the show was terrible because he had read the manga, and he said he described it as walls of text. I could not get into this anime. I could not bear it. And I will not go back. I will not go back on that unless a very pretty girl comes up to me and insists that I watch it with her. And only with her. I will not waste my own time doing that. And I stand by that statement. Yeah, no, I stand by that. I will not go back to Hunter x Hunter. Also, that I will give it the benefit of a doubt, though, that maybe it gets better for two things. One, I've heard the soundtrack. The soundtrack sounds good. And two, that a friend of mine wound up being a tourist as well. He may have watched a lot of anime, but he has some bad opinions that came up later on. Yeah. No, it's not muted.
I've personally never seen Hunter x Hunter. Sam is one of the biggest glazers of Hunter x Hunter, so I'll let him take
Big surprise.
the reins for this one.
Guys,
what makes it so good is that it doesn't have only the cheesy anime tropes. That's what
It had all the anime tropes. At least in the first episode I saw, it had every fucking one of them.
Hunter x Hunter, as far as the first episode goes, it's such a great...
It was such a fucking bore. I've sat through some of the worst anime I've ever seen start to finish, and I couldn't give a fuck about Hunter x Hunter's first episode. And I tried really hard. You want to know what made me try Hunter x Hunter? A very pretty girl I worked with said it was her favorite fucking anime. And so I went and I tried it. And not even that could make me go to the fucking second episode. That show was, or that first episode was boring as shit, and I will not ever get into it. Ever.
Great start, so I think it's gonna have to go 8 tier.
On to the next, Sword Art Online. Me and him have both.
I liked Sword Art Online. There, I said it. I like Sword Art Online Season 1 and the Gun-Gale Online arc, and then everything else can go to hell and be undone. Season 2 has Gun-Gale Online and a couple of good decent short arcs, and I can enjoy those. I really enjoyed a lot of Season 1. I don't think Season 1 was perfect by any means, but I enjoyed the concept, and I enjoyed enough of it to the point that it annoys me when everybody says Sword Art Online is the worst anime ever made. I know that they're talking about like seasons 3 and 4 and how cliche season 1 is, but it holds a special place in my heart. And I will stand by that show, or at least the name of it, until season 5 comes out, because my god, the trailer for season 5 at the end of season 4 was an abomination and a crime against animation and writing and common sense, and oh my fucking god. Oh my god. But no, the first episode of Sword Art Online... Did I seriously not prepare Sword Art Online? How the fuck did I not know Sword Art Online was going to make this list? Anyways, first episode of Sword Art Online, S tier. The first episode. Not the show, but the first episode. For the whole show, I say we're counting Sword Art Online Season 1 and the Gun-Gale Online arc, and I'm putting that in A tier. And none of the rest of it does not exist, much like the Star Wars trilogy sequel. The sequel trilogy of Star Wars does not exist, just like the rest of Sword Art Online. And I stand by that. Unless you put me in a debate room, in which case I will crumple immediately. I don't want to get into that argument.
Both seen the first episode. We've actually seen the anime.
But this episode's fire.
It brings you in. It was like the first like isekai that like really banged. So it started everything.
It's the original isekai.
It's over. The first episode. Banger, outro, and intro. It's iconic, bro.
Well, we're gonna get copyrighted, so it's...
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know
It's
SAO episode 1. It sets up the plot perfectly. It's better than Fairy Tail, so I'd put it in the A tier.
I put A tier as well.
But the first episode's a classic.
Watching the...
You know, that's the first opinion here that I truly agree with. That I truly wholeheartedly agree with. There is nothing that they said that I disagree with.
First episode of Attack on Titan reminded me how amazing it was. It easily has the best first episode world building I've ever seen. This is why
I have not finished Attack on Titan. Not because it's bad, but because I just never got around to seeing the last 1 or 2 episodes. There was such a huge time gap between them finishing the fucking thing that I lost track. It went on for so long I couldn't find where I was. So I never wound up finishing it. And I got it spoiled for me on a first fucking date with a woman who never fucking called me back. And honestly, I'm kind of glad, because how fucking inconsiderate are you? It wasn't even like we were talking about anime yet. No, it was like the first 10, 15 fucking minutes. She just drops, oh yeah, blank, 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 blank. Because I'm going to be considerate and not spoil it for the rest of you. But no, they spoiled the final episode, and for that, fuck you. Fuck you to hell. But Attack on Titan, S tier. S tier, yes. S tier. Amazing. I love it. I have problems with some of the logic in the show. Like, very little, like, a whole lot less than I do with Naruto and Fairy Tail, surprisingly enough. In quantity. In quality of the bones I have to pick with, that one particular thing, which is related to the one thing why I refused to get into it in the first place. But I'll go into that maybe another time if anybody ever cares. But no, Attack on Titan, S tier, no disagreements there.
One of, if not the best, first episodes of anything
ever.
Easy S tier.
Everybody's been begging me to watch Tokyo Ghoul. I haven't seen it. Do I need to watch Tokyo Ghoul? Okay, it's in my watch later list. I'll start fucking watching it, okay? Spoilers, bro. Let me know when it's
No
over.
matter what you want to say about the later part of Tokyo Ghoul anime,
Season
the
one.
first episode
Episode 1 of
season one.
Oh, is it like B, the beginning, where season 1 was amazing and then season 2 is just terrible in every way? I mean, I guess you could say that about a lot of anime. It's actually a very interesting paradox, or not paradox, coincidence I've seen, where season 1s are amazing, then season 2s are terrible, then season 3s are good, then season 4s are even worse than season 2 was somehow. The only one of the only exceptions to this where I've ever seen was Railgun. Yes, a certain scientific railgun. I fucking love that anime. Top 10 easily. And season 2 is actually very good. And they save all the bad for the final episode of season 2. The point that it actually had me gripping at my hair in frustration, both the first time and second time I watched the show through.
Is actually really good.
Banger. We should make a new tier. The awesome Ultra Double S Plus tier. It's going in that tier because Tokyo Ghoul is that good.
One Punch Man. I'm gonna get.
Here we go. Here we go. And of course it's this fucking tool.
Hate for this, but I don't like One Punch Man. I think it's really boring.
How the fuck were you guys sponsored for One Punch Man Fortnite? And you have the audacity to claim that.
Put it at like Fairy Tail level.
A tier. It's a C tier, best at best.
I'm so desensitized to their bullshit by now.
Best.
We were about to watch My Hero Academia, and I've actually never watched it in my life.
I've watched My Hero Academia, and I have a huge bone to pick with the people who made the animation budget for the final season. It hurts my eyes so much that I had to stop watching the final season where we finally got what we had been building to for so long. So many years of building and development and everything, all coming to this climax. And we're watching a fucking slideshow. The only thing that's well animated is the main bad guy. I repressed so much of it from my mind. But My Hero Academia is, regardless, a great show, in my opinion. If you don't like it, I can understand why for the most part, but that first episode is undoubtedly iconic. Where is it? First episode goes into S tier. The show overall goes into A tier. And if we're taking into account how they kept lowering the budget of animation for every season, we're putting it in fucking F tier. No, the last season of My Hero Academia goes in F tier for crushing my heart and my soul with disappointment and frustration. But overall, A tier, yeah. And first episode, S tier.
I know Ethan's watched the first episode, but yeah, I'm actually hyped. My Hero Academia.
Get off your fucking phone if you're hyped. This is your fucking job.
It starts off with Deku getting bullied by Bakugo. which I thought was his love interest, and then he just...
That had to be a joke, right? Also, you're not looking at the screen. You're looking down at the ground. You have been staring at whatever the fuck is in your hands this whole time.
Walks over to a crowd and glazes a giant hero lady with a yacht, and then he almost dies and gets saved by All Might, who inspires him to become a hero. To be honest, it was just a generic anime first episode. It's C tier.
I just want to talk, dude. I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
Yeah, I mean, what are we watching?
We're watching Black Clover.
Honestly,
I've not watched Black.
My friend watched Black Clover. He told me it was very good, but only if you're in for a significant time investment for it to become good. I never watched it, but I have nothing against the show. I'm more than willing to respect it, and its soundtrack is superb.
Absolutely.
Me too.
Oh really? I think you watched it.
I have not seen Black Clover.
Oh, okay.
That's a great introduction
To Asta.
to Asta and whatever his brother's name was, and like the whole world and how important magic is. I think it's going into A tier.
I agree.
Simple as that. A tier. Get up there.
We just finished watching Violet.
Hey, best friend, you know who you are. You watching? They're about to talk about your favorite show of all time. Hold on one second. Let me message him on Discord off screen to see if he's watching. Okay. I messaged him, seeing if he's gonna come in. Okay, I'm gonna give him 10 minutes. 10 minutes, and until then, we're gonna talk about each one of these and break them down. And if he doesn't respond by then, well, I'll give up on waiting. I just want to crush his soul. I'm a sadist. I'll admit it. He knows this. He accepts this. Okay, so let's see. We cover Neon Genesis, Angel Beats, Death Note, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man. How are we feeling about season 2 of One Punch Man? Season 2 of One Punch Man had the plot. I've been reading the manga and watching the anime. I have almost every volume that's out. I still need to catch up on the last 4. I own 3 of the last 4 that came out, or whatever. And yeah, no, I love this. I love the plot of season 2. The animation of season 2 really upset me. I was actually really excited to find out that there was a second season of One Punch Man. I found this out when I was at an all-time low in my life. And so I was stranded in another city after a first date and go out to a strange city and meet her. Then I got kicked out of my hotel before I could even get into it. And then I had to wander the streets in the heat with a heavy backpack of everything that I would need to stay the weekend or whatever. And for 5 fucking hours up and down the streets of that city, trying to find a hotel that would take me. Because I didn't have a credit card. I didn't know that you needed credit cards, and I think that's fucking bullshit and retarded. Which there's a follow-up to that thing, not for another day. That actually made me want to call the police, but I was in another country that time, and I had already paid for my room, and they still refused me because I didn't have a credit card, even though I could have paid in cash or on debit the damage deposit. But no, since I didn't have a credit card, I was being refused, even though I had already paid for the fucking room, and they refused to refund the room for me. In another fucking country. Yeah, I will never stay with that hotel line ever, or hotel chain ever fucking again. Anyways, no. So I finally found a motel. Finally, one of the clerks at one of these hotels felt bad enough for me that she made a few calls around while I stayed in their air-conditioned lobby. Until she found a place that would take me. I went, I paid for my room, I put down a deposit on debit, I climbed in, I ordered a fuck ton of Dairy Queen just to eat my feelings out. I downloaded what's that game called? The one Plague Inc. I bought and downloaded Plague Inc. to try. I actually got a 99% completion rate on that game. First time playing it on the hardest difficulty, and then I never came close to that again. I tried for weeks to recreate that magic and finally get to fucking New Zealand. New Zealand was the one that escaped my plague the first time around. No, but unfortunately, it was not meant to be. But I've been thinking of replaying it again lately, after seeing Neuro play it. No, yeah. And then I eventually found out that there was a season 2 of One Punch Man. The final episode had just released. I went and I watched it, and I was so bored. I was so fucking bored. I was destroyed. I was devastated. I was so confused. It wasn't until later on where people had started talking about what the differences between the seasons that I realized, oh, that's why. Because the animation was gone. Everything that had made the first thing. So I'd already read the plot. I had already read up on the plot, so I knew everything that was happening. But I couldn't get nearly as invested in it in animation format. And that hurt me. That hurt me so much. And to the people who bought the license to do season 2 of One Punch Man, burn in hell. Burn in hell. Not joking. Not joking. No hate on the animators or the developers, but the people who bought the rights to season 2 and were going to put in a third, not even a third of the effort of what was put into season 1. I watched season 1 with that girl that I had a crush on, and I actually grabbed the remote and paused the TV to marvel at the fight with the big beetle monster, at how amazing and flawless the animation was. I geeked out like a complete loser. I did. I to this day I stand by that sentiment. And then you fuckers. You absolute assholes who have no appreciation for art, writing, development, or any of that are everything that's wrong with the art and entertainment industry today. And I hope you lose everything for tainting a perfect legacy of a perfect first season. With a second season, you got everybody so excited. You got me excited at one of the lowest and most desperate points in my life. Only to hurt me and tarnish the legacy of this brand forever. I don't know who you are, but I hate you. I will not hurt you. I have no desire to hurt you. But I hate you. Nonetheless.
Evergarden.
Let's see. Okay, got 4 more episodes. I could go on for 4 more minutes of One Punch Man, but I don't want to bore anybody watching. So let's try... No, I don't remember enough about Astro Boy to do Astro Boy. Dragon Ball, I've said everything I have to say on Dragon Ball. I haven't seen enough of it. Bleach, same issue. Fairy Tail, I don't want to give any spoilers. And the problem I have with it was a lot of spoilers. Yu Yu Hakusho, which is being stood in by Inuyasha. You're very good. You're fine. Gurren Lagann. Hunter x Hunter. Don't care enough about it to talk about it. My Hero Academia. Okay, so there's a big muscle monster. There's a big muscle monster, and it is a big issue for Deku. He can't punch it. He's doing all the 100% punches that he can. And in the manga, there was a big problem that was really fucking stupid, and I stand by the developers and the animators. when they said that, or when they decided that they needed to change that. I do. I stand by that decision. But they went in the right direction. And then they did it so stupidly in the right direction. To the point that they went towards the right path. And then they went past the path. And then they walked off a fucking cliff. Oh my god. So, yeah, he can't punch the thing. He doesn't have enough strength. So what he does is in the manga, he just says, I can do it, and then he does it. Stupid, cliche, and tropey. In the anime, he channels the power of all the ones that come before him. There's a big starlight, and where all the lines become connected, and of all the former users of One for All, and I'm thinking he's going to go like 1300% punch or something like that, where he's going to get even more power needed to punch through the guy and win the day. No, he yells 1,000,000% punch, and it's so fucking stupid. It is so stupid. It was I actually turned the show off. I was so invested in that moment. I paused it and I walked away, and then I came back like 3 hours later just to yell at the screen. It was so dumb. And to this day, it frustrates me. You gave yourselves all the right answers, and then you went with 1,000,000%. Or what the fuck? What the actual fuck? I don't know. Let's see. Has he come back yet? No, he's not going to comment. Okay, he's not going to come by to suffer. Okay. I guess we're suffering on our own. Okay, what do you guys have to say about Violet Evergarden?
Me, Cole, and Cade haven't seen it.
You just called him Cade.
Oh. A tier.
It's
A tier.
It's high C if best, maybe low B if I have to compromise, because realistically nothing really happened.
What a big surprise that the best looking guy here has the best take on this anime, and you still have the worst take ever.
I don't really care about the story. I would never watch that show. Yes, it's very pretty, nice.
No, okay, look.
Attack on Titan looks amazing, but it's still dookie. Like, what? Like,
that's just a horrible take. That just...
Wait, what? You did not. You did not. Oh my god. Come on, bro. Is this the guy that we have representing Sword Art Online? Is this the guy we have backing the one guy who stands by Sword Art Online called Attack on Titan Dookie? Who the fuck says Dookie in Attack on Titan? Oh my god. Yes, Rick. Yes. Rick, he did fucking call Attack on Titan. He explicitly used the word Dookie. What the fuck is wrong with him? Oh, my fucking god.
This is a horrible thing. I'll compromise. I'll put high B though. We're putting at max level B.
We're on
the... Oh, God.
The most popular anime of all time.
Demon. I have a hot take on Demon Slayer. I do. I have a hot take on Demon Slayer, and I am more than willing to upset the world by saying it. Also, it's very clear that we've passed this at some point. I haven't seen it, as well as this one. I think Demon Slayer is an amazing story with amazing animation and had all the potential in the world, and it was fucking ruined by the heightened senses bullshit. I watched the first season, I loved the first season, but the premise, the foundation, the breathing funny, I was willing to accept because oxygen is really important to us. But combining that with, he could smell where the guy set the traps and what the traps are going to do. That was a level of retardation I could not forgive and I could not stand by for. I could not. Ugh, God. Okay, we're not going back there until we have to. No, for fuck's sakes. What? Demon Slayer. I'm just gonna put it, I haven't watched it. I'm not gonna actually comment on the quality of the show. I'm just gonna put I haven't watched it. I have watched it, but I have watched the first season and I stopped there.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
The first episode of Demon Slayer sets the tone very early with what anime we're going to be experiencing. It kind
Okay,
of
if we're talking just the first
has a similar vibe to Attack on Titan.
I would put it in A tier. I don't know if they get into that stupid crap on the A tier, but I am willing to admit that they start the story off really well.
In a way, just in a smaller scale. Tanjiro seems like a very happy guy who has the grace of having a great family to care for until he doesn't have that. B tier.
I'm sorry, what? What? No. Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm about to piss off a lot of people here. You look like a woman. You actually look like a woman I used to know. Haven't seen it.
I know all the old heads are gonna hate to hear this, Jeremy. All the old heads are gonna hate to hear me say it. I think, yeah, it's low-key peak.
Fun fact, me and Jeremy honestly don't really like it that much. Like, I think...
I haven't even seen it, and I'm not even brave enough to make that call or to do that take. I am smart enough not to do that. I am a one stupid motherfucker, and I'm more than smart enough to just not watch it. I would definitely put Jujutsu Kaisen in low A tier or high B at the best, but
that was just decent.
I think overall Jujutsu Kaisen is definitely overrated, but as a first episode, guys, I think you need to go back and rewatch this peak. So I think it's going in S tier.
What the fuck? Okay, so the first episode is S tier. The rest of the show is B. Wow.
All right, Horimiya, we just finished it. And you know what I gotta say?
Horimiya! I've seen Horimiya. I love that fucking show. I love that fucking anime. That anime was amazing. I was not prepared for it to be here because I didn't know that they were going to cover it. But Horimiya, oh my god, yes, A tier, definitely. Now let's get my heart crushed.
I've already watched the first. You actually read the whole manga, so.
And guess what? Horimiya fans, you guys need a life. I'm sorry, I get it. You want a Cade Ward type. You want the cool piercings, bro. You want the good bod, bro. You want the little skin, you know. You want the abs, you know. Yeah. But you're not getting anything out of this. There's no substance.
It's gooner for girls, bro.
It is. It's girl goon.
It's mid. It's mid.
But I still think as a first episode,
I give it.
It's better than Violet Evergarden.
Yeah, it's B tier.
It's B tier. It's B tier.
Now it's time for.
We upset? We upset yet? Yeah. Chainsaw Man. I have seen Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man.
I have seen Chainsaw Man. The fight scenes were S tier. The overall story was very well done. As a show, I find season 1 kind of lacking a bit. It feels more like a movie than a full-on show. But I would still put it in high A tier, maybe even S.
Chainsaw Man.
And the people who were watching the show and loved it until Makima kissed Denji, you need a fucking life. I don't know why I'm actually talking into the camera like this. It's not on, but I was talking into the camera for a moment there, and I was making a very funny face, I'm sure. But no, everybody who is loving and praising Chainsaw Man until Makima kissed Denji, you need a fucking life, okay? You do. She was grooming him from the start, but her fulfilling his promise and her fulfilling her promise to him and kissing him. No. Get a life. Calm the fuck down. It was always happening. It was always gonna happen. What the fuck, people? What the fuck?
Part of this anime is honestly very depressing if we're gonna be honest. We're introduced to the main character in Denji and his chainsaw dog Pochita as he navigates through crumbling debt, which his father left behind after he died, when he ends up getting betrayed by his employers who take a deal with like a zombie demon or zombie devil and they end up killing Denji. Then, in a very sad scene, Pochita ends up giving him his life so that Denji can live through his, basically wanting Denji to promise that he achieves his dreams, as he's basically a backseat driver. Easily A tier.
Wait, where's Jeremy? Jeremy?
Just one episode of Free Run, Jeremy! One episode of Free Run!
You just need to watch Free Run. Everyone loves Free Run. Everyone loves Free Run, okay? Okay?
What's going on?
Alright, Jeremy. We're on our last episode. 2024. Free Run! How are we feeling? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Alright, guys.
What the fuck was that? Can I dislike this 3 times? What the fuck was that?
The year is 2024.
The first episode is
It's
pretty good. It's pretty good.
No, yeah, it's a banger.
It's a banger. It's a banger.
It is gorgeous to look at.
The animation
it is
is
insane. And same with like this background and set pieces. It's drawn perfectly. Free Run, you know, we're getting towards the end of this list, but I don't really think anyone will have a problem with us saying that it's A tier. The first episode,
A tier.
Come on, A tier.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Solo leveling.
I haven't seen it, but I just on principle alone. I just on principle alone.
Episode 1's mid, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Episode 2? That's where the real juicy potato.
Episode 2 and 3 are actually good. Season 1's a cliffhanger, bro. It draws you in for a cliffhanger. You know,
Solo Leveling was the last anime.
We're done!
We're done. Hey, me, Cade, and Cole. It's time for our little dance. Cole, start the dance off, bro.
Hey.
Yeah.
No, I'm not subjecting you guys to that. Don't worry. We're done. We're done. It's over. It's all done. I got nothing else to say. And I gotta crop out that error from earlier from the VOD, so I had some other stuff to follow up with here. I had a secondary tier list to do. I had a couple of videos lined up maybe for me to watch, but I gotta crop. So I hope you all have a very good day. I hope you enjoyed watching. And go on ahead and follow me on anywhere you want. You can find me on YouTube. 1 second, let me post that in the chat for you guys to find me. All my socials are on there as well, or at least most of them. Here you guys go. If you enjoyed, follow me, check out my other stuff, and have a great night. Thank you all.